StoneLion Puppets is a Kansas City fixture that has educated and entertained audiences in Kansas City and around the world. Their Illuminated Waters Festival happens over Memorial Day weekend, and it's supported by the Neighborhood Tourist Development Fund. Today, we are at the home of StoneLion Puppets in their studios and in their offices with artistic director and founder Heather Lowenstein. Heather, thank you so much for having us here and giving us a sneak peek of what's going on behind the scenes.
Of course. Thank you for coming out here and letting everybody know what we're doing.
So StoneLion Puppets has been around for how many years?
We have been around for 27 years.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, it's been a long time. I started the company when I was 3.
Of course.
But, yeah.
And Illuminated Waters, can you tell us the story that's behind Illuminated Waters?
Sure. Illuminated Waters is the reimagining of what we used to do, which was called Mother's Day for Mother Earth. And it grew too big at the Nelson Atkins Museum, so we decided to change it. And we moved it to the park across the street, Tice Park. And now it's 2 days, not one. And it's not just a giant puppet show. It's a water festival and art festival in the evening. And then we have the giant, humongous puppet show. This year it's called the Starfish. And then after that, we have a glow party, an illuminated party with artists performing and giant glow-in-the-dark puppets and blacklight face painting and art installations. And new this year, we're doing a thing called Make a Wish for the Water, where you can get one of these pearls and join in actually illuminating Brush Creek. We're going to toss these into the water with our wishes and watch it swirl and eddy and take photos of how the illumination is happening actually in the water. And then, of course, we're going to collect them all with all the trash that's in Brush Creek and pay it forward.
And how did education, environmental education, how did that start to work its way into your programming, or has it always been part of your programming?
It actually was always part of it.
Okay.
I was kind of an environmentalist before I was a puppeteer. And it really got off with StoneLion when we were performing for the zoo. So back in 1994, we actually had a stage at the zoo. And that was our first environmental puppet show, the Eco World Tour. And we performed there and at a lot of other zoos. And I mean, we were doing like 300 shows a year at the zoo. And from that, it expanded to where we were able to take it into the schools, into festivals, fairs, and work all around the world doing it.
And you are a cultural ambassador for Kansas City. Can you talk about what that means, where it's taken you, and then your upcoming project and how that kind of led to National Geographic?
Well, I have been asked for several years now, this is our 5th year, by the U.S. State Department and the U.S. embassies to go overseas and actually train teachers to use art to teach about climate sustainability. I've been working with universities and other school districts in Ukraine, Fiji, Cambodia, Laos, Vietnam, and this year we are doing a project that's multi-years long with For the Sea Productions and National Geographic Israel, where we are going to start hashtag plastic-free Red Sea. I'm doing underwater scuba diving puppets.
Oh my goodness.
Yep, I'm diving into the Red Sea with underwater puppets. And it's going to be filmed. Ziggy Levnat is the local Kansas City filmmaker who's living here now, that is going to be turning that into a whole PSA program. The municipality of Eilat is banning plastic on the beaches, and this is the campaign to kick that off. And then we're spreading around the world with this project, and it starts filming in June. So, yep, I'm making underwater scuba diving puppets right now, too.
Oh my gosh. Well, if people want to find out more about StoneLion Puppets, your projects, like with the National Geographic Project, but also about how they can participate in Illuminated Waters, because you need volunteers, and people can participate in the show or behind the scenes as well, correct?
Right. So this can't be put on without the community. It's the largest free community art event in the area. So you can be in the show. Kids from the age 2 and up can be in the show, and they get their own starfish puppet to keep, and it's only one rehearsal. You can volunteer to be an adult with us in the show or in the glow, manipulating and helping backstage. Or you can come to Open Studios on Sunday afternoons here at StoneLion and actually help us build puppets too.
Wow. And you're so inclusive because it's all ages, it's all abilities.
Yes, no one is ever turned away. We will find a spot for you that you shine in and have a lot of fun and help pay it forward. And that's what this is all about, is showing that each of us can make a difference. We just have to step up and try, whether it's making the world a better place, creating art, or making a better place for our community. You know, and we couldn't do that without our sponsors like Casey Water Services and the NTDF Fund, our partnership with Kansas City Parks and Rec, you know, that actually brings this completely free to anybody who wants to show up.
All right. And your website is?
StoneLionPuppets.org.
All right. Well, thank you so much for having us here at your studios, and good luck with the weather and with everything on Memorial Day weekend.
Thank you.
The Neighborhood Tourist Development Fund supports local nonprofits that bring cultural, social, educational, and recreational activities to our area. To learn about additional upcoming events, visit kcmo.gov/NTDF.